And Soraka doing a great job of healing up the damage that has been taken. Ashe is still here, and she's trying to get the experience from this minion wave, and therefore she's staying just inside of experience range but not actually engaging. At least I'm assuming she's still in experience range, because that range is quite large. And this turret, yeah, it's going to fall if nobody is going to take action. And Jenna is not the one that can actually take action. So, there we go. Early turrets, and I would say that's because of the amount of early damage she does. But yeah, well, we haven't seen enough of her, and we will see what Riot thinks in about a week when they announce which champions are going to be nerfed or buffed, or yeah, we will probably see something that has to do with this new champion. Because early game, it doesn't seem fair. I've seen about 4 games with her now from high level people. This is the 5th then. And so far it seems that unless it's Vayne against Vayne, well, then obviously one of them is going to lose. But mostly it's the damage is just too high for other champions to compete with. Yeah, and this is a 3v1 situation, and still getting the kill. Oh, it's even 4v1 now. But yeah, with the one dying, there's only 3 left. So still a 1v1 trade, even though it was a 1v3 situation, which is kind of crazy. So placing a ward here, and the enemy coming in. Oh, they actually have a pink ward here. Okay. So they actually destroyed that ward, but then the Soraka gets hit by by Nunu. And gets out, no problem. Well, uses a flash to do it, but still. Let's see where he's looking. He's not looking anywhere. Okay. Focus is back here, because now we can see that Soraka has healed up completely. Soraka, of course, very good at staying in lane. Because of her ability to heal up, but also to get mana from one of her spells. And the spell that gives her mana later turns into a silence. Well, because in the late game you don't really need any mana. Well, you do need mana, but you don't need to refresh your mana as much, because you're going to build up a mana pool. So Soraka already has one of the gold items, and they're going to get dragon, I'm guessing. I didn't actually see. Okay, they are definitely losing this team fight. And Timo, the cute bunny, can actually get away from this, it seems. I'm just going to follow Timo just to see if he can escape, or rather if he can suicide, because that's his plan at this moment. Yep, and he can. So they actually don't get this kill. They yeah. They lost, I think, 2 people there, and they didn't get anything in return. I don't think they even got dragon, but hey, what can you do? These things happen, and you have to move on from there. By the way, these minions are still bugged. They still shoot at someone who attacked them last, even after they died and resurrected. and it's a really big problem. So again, a Nocturne that actually uses his Q through the wall and thereby is visible for the other team. So they write down when the blue and the dragon are back up, so that they can get there a few seconds early, get the head start on the dragon. So basically kill it before the enemy team can react to the fact that the icon has popped back up. But since the enemy knows when the dragon has been killed, they should also know when the dragon is respawning. So they will be there as well. So Vayne already picked up 3 kills. And yeah, as I said, that's in my opinion because of the early game, the high damage early game. Because she really has an early game advantage. And if she actually gets some kills, so like in this case the 3, she can actually get some nice items and carry the high damage into the late game. But I don't know what happens if she actually doesn't get the kills, because I've only seen one loss with a Vayne so far, and that was because it was Vayne versus Vayne. And it seems that she becomes pretty much useless in the late game if she doesn't get the farm, which is typical for most carries, for most hard carries. The ones that actually rely on their items, so like Ashe and Caitlyn, people like that. And I guess it's also true for most of the AP carries, that if you don't have the damage or the items, then you don't have the damage. So I really like this Teemo skin, by the way. It has all these nice Easter eggs, and it's a lot nicer than the standard mushrooms. So I can see why people would want it. But it's an Easter skin, and that's kind of a disadvantage. But I think it's very funny. So I still like the astronaut skin the best. The astronaut skin, which has the laser beams and the little satellites instead of the mushrooms. And I just like that. I have no idea why, because it looks cute probably. Okay, there's some fighting going up on top. And the kills stay about equal. It's now 7 to 8. It was 6 to 7 a minute ago. And yeah, we can see Soraka already has 4 assists, which is pretty excellent, because as a support character you need to get all of the assists, or at least as many as you can. And we'll probably see that on Janna as well. Yeah, also 4 assists, but also 1 kill, which is not very common. Well, Janna can get some kills. Janna can do some damage because of her slow, and then her auto attacks. Well, she just gets a lot of auto attacks, so I guess she can actually get some kills going. Yeah, not very interesting choices summoner wise or item wise. We see on Janna 2 gold items. Oh, let's watch this fight a little bit. stunning the Ashe against the wall and then getting some auto attacks off, but not actually getting the kill because people actually found or are going to support Ashe. And yeah, it's time to run back probably. Oh, she's actually going back home. But she could have just helped here to try to keep the. Oh, there she is. So, not going to escape. I thought she might escape, but yeah. It was 2 against 5, so it's not a good thing to actually engage. They did get the Teemo, but they lost Dragon once again. So they lost 2 people for 1, and they lost Dragon. So not a really good team fight. And I guess they're not going to win this one, it seems. Let's see, farm-wise. Well, obviously Soraka doesn't have any creep kills. She gave all of them to Vayne, who is pretty well farmed. And Irelia is pretty well farmed. And the Nocturne, considering he's a jungler, is pretty well farmed. The Rumble, I would say, is a little bit behind. Because I normally see Rumble doing a little bit better on creep kills. And on the enemy team we see the same. Janna doesn't have any. Nunu, because he's the jungler, has a lower minion score. And Melzhar, Ashe and Teemo are doing quite well. Teemo still needs to pick up a little bit. He needs to get some more farm going. But yeah, well. It's a matter of what do you do as Teemo. I mean, in this case, I think he's more of a support character. Oh, sorry about that. So he's more providing the extra damage that is needed at points, and providing the slow, so the map control. So 2 people getting out at very low health. Teemo and I believe, yeah, Janna. And there's no way to catch up with them. If only they had a Karthus.